I hope you're ready for this one. In today's video, we're going to be showing you £30,000 worth of vintage and rare Ibanez guitars. Yes, you heard that right. But make sure to wait till the end of this video as we have a surprise for you guitarists. What you see may shock you. This might just be one of the rarest Ibanez signature models ever made, coming in at an eye-watering price of just under £9,000. So without further ado, let's get straight into this shreddy Squealing Pig Guitars episode. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Keightley and today we're checking out £30,000 worth of vintage and rare Ibanez guitars. So let's start off with guitar number one. So opening up the case, inside we have a 1990 Paul Gilbert free pickup monstrosity. This guitar looks insane in person. Let's run down some of the specs. So this guitar was released in 1990 and Ibanez called this their fountain blue color. To my eye it looks a little bit green, but we all know in these videos I seem to get the colors wrong. Of course it's the Paul Gilbert model, so we have the pink F-holes on this one, we have a pink volume and a pink 5-way selector switch. What makes this guitar so rare are the pickups set. We've also got 3 pickups in this, like a Black Beauty. We've got 3 Damasio Path Pros in this one, which are really nice pickups. I'm a big fan of that pickup set. We've got a basswood body on this one, we've got a maple neck, and we have a rosewood fingerboard with the classic shark tooth inlays. Then as we move to the headstock, we see the pink Ibanez logo with the fountain blue headstock, and we have Goto tuners on this one. So let's plug it in and see what she sounds like. So of course, as we move through this video, a lot of the specs are going to be repeated. They'll have basswood bodies, maple necks, but if anything changes, I'll let you know. But now we've got another very special guitar. I'm very excited to show you this one as it's one of my favorite gems. So inside, we have, it's the wrong way. Let me go again. So I'm sure that'll make the blooper reel, but inside we have an Ibanez Steve Vai gem floral design, and this might just be one of my favorite gems ever. If you don't know the story, this is basically inspired by the curtains that were in Steve Vai's studio. We have a full-length video on the Steve Vai floral gem, so make sure to click the link in the description down below if you'd like to check that out. Of course, we've got a basswood body with the monkey grip on this one. We have pink Damasio pickups and pink knobs. We've got that green Tree of Life inlay, which just looks so nice. Taking a look at the back there, the floral design goes onto the back with a maple neck and a rosewood fingerboard. This guitar looks killer. Let's plug it in. So one thing I've noticed about all these Ibanez guitars that we're reviewing in today's episode is how different the cases are. We're taking a trip to 1989 here, and as I open it up, we've got quite the killer looking guitar. When I think of Ibanez guitars, this is exactly what I think of. A bright kind of red finish with a maple neck, and it's such an iconic looking guitar. I also have to say, I think this is the coolest case so far. I love a green case, and it really kind of offsets this color nicely. So this guitar is an absolute relic of the 80s. We have that maple neck, we have a basswood body, and we have a HSH configuration. When I think of Ibanez guitars, this is what I think of. This is a very traditional Ibanez design. We've got a black pick guard on this one volume, 1 tone, and a 5 5-way switch. In terms of pickups, we have Ibanez single coils, and then we have the Ibanez V2 bridge pickup. Of course, it's a shred machine, so we have 24 frets on this bad boy and dot inlays. But that is the RG550. Let's move on. So I have to say, I'm very excited to show you this one. As you can see from the case, it says Ibanez Prestige Team J-Craft. Opening it up, we have a Steve Vai Universe 7-string. Now this one looks insane. This guitar is so subtly awesome. I love the all-seeing eye here in what looks like abalone. This guitar has been fitted with an aftermarket pickguard, as you can see. We have one volume, one tone with a 5-way switch. As you can see, we've got an absolute mammoth neck on this one. This is made out of maple babinga, 5 pieces. We've got mother of pearl binding on this one, and that goes onto the neck. Of course, we have 22 frets with the disappearing pyramid inlays. I can't wait to plug this in. I don't get to play 7 strings very often, so let's shred on it. For this next Ibanez guitar, we're taking a trip to 2004. As you can see, we've got a different case with the Ibanez logo on, so let's open it up and see what we've got inside. So opening it up, we have an Ibanez J Custom from 2004. This one has a stunning deep red finish and an ebony fingerboard, and just look at that Tree of Life inlay. That might just be one of the nicest Tree of Lives we've seen in this episode. Let's take it out the case and run down its spec. So just take a look at that deep red flame top. This guitar looks exquisite. In terms of construction, we have a mahogany body, we have a 2-piece flamed maple top with that deep red finish. We have a 5-piece neck made out of maple and babinga, and as we turn it over, you can see we've got flamed maple binding on this one, which is just so nice. We have an ebony fingerboard, which looks very luxurious, and then we have mother of pearl side dots, and of course, the Tree of Life inlay. We have a matching headstock, flamed maple in red. This guitar is a great depiction of what modern Ibanez is. It's a very sleek product. Obviously, you've got the edge tremolo system, 1 volume, 1 tone. In this guitar, we have DiMarzio pickups, there's 2 humbuckers, and then we have the blue velvet single coil in the middle. This guitar is a beauty. Let's move on to the next one. So the next guitar is actually quite a cheap one. This comes in just under £1,000, and the model name is an RG685, made in Japan. It's got a super cool transparent burnt violin finish, which looks like caramel, to be honest. It looks very nice. In terms of spec, it's very similar to the other guitars you see in today's video. We've got American basswood body, maple neck, and we have a rosewood fingerboard. We've got a pearl dot neck, 24 jumbo frets, and a HSH configuration. Of course, this guitar doesn't have the frills of all the signature models that we've seen today, but I just thought I'd include it as it's a very good value guitar, and it's still technically a vintage guitar as it was made before 2000. So there we are, that's the RG685. Let's move on. So we have checked out some very special guitars today, but the guitar that's inside this case might just be one of the rarest, most expensive Ibanez gems of all time. It's so rare, in fact, that we actually had to do quite a lot of in-depth research for this video in order to find any information about it. Let's open it up and take a look, and we're gonna have a good chat about this guitar. Before we open it up, this is a very rare Ibanez case. We've actually got a pink logo on this one, which is pretty cool. I'm so excited to show you this one. This is a 1989 gem Ibanez Steve Vai signature in desert yellow. This might just be one of the rarest gems out there. This guitar really works as well. I love that desert yellow. So let's take it out the case and have a chat about it. So here we are. This is the Steve Vai gem signature in desert yellow from 1989. One of the rarest gems out there. At this point in time, the gem formula was, very much settled on. We have the monkey grip, which is iconic for this guitar to make it stand out. You have the cutaway underneath the floating tremolo. You have the pink pickups, HSS configuration. You have the Tree of Life inlay, the super thin neck, and of course the 4 highest frets scalloped. This guitar has definitely been played throughout its life. It's picked up quite a lot of wear. You can see where the humbuckers are obviously gone to a different color. They probably started life around this color. There's a little bit of a small finish crack here, but that's not actually a crack in the guitar, it's just a little finish crack. But then you can see that the neck has completely changed color. You can tell because of that sticker that used to be there. That's what the neck originally looked like. Of course, we've got a maple neck on this one. Of course, Ibanez don't make relic guitars, so we don't get the luxury of seeing kind of aged Ibanez guitars, but it works so well. Obviously, this is a vintage guitar. It's a real relic. People have played this guitar to make it look this way, but this just feels so lived in, feels so nice, and the frets have got a bunch of life in them. In terms of pickups on this one, we have Path Pros in the neck and the bridge, which is my favorite DiMarzio pickup, and then we have the Gem single coil. Got a 5-way switch, 1 volume, 1 tone. That switch feels amazing. We have a black pick guard, it's 3 ply on this one. What I love about the claw here is that it's been painted pink, so it really stands out from that yellow finish. Of course, we have a yellow Tree of Life. Obviously, on the floral gem, we have a green Tree of Life, so it's cool to see all the different versions of the Tree of Life. We have Gotoh tuners on this one. They're non-locking, but obviously you do have the locking nut. This might just be one of the slimmest kind of wizard necks I've felt as well. It's so slim, you can barely see it on the camera there, but I just know this one is gonna play amazing. But that is enough chatting about this guitar. Yes, it's from 1989. Yes, it's a vintage guitar. Yes, it's rare, and yes, it might be one of the most expensive gems of all time. But how does it sound? Let's plug it in and find out. So I hope you enjoyed checking out all them Ibanez guitars, totaling into about £30,000 worth of vintage and rare Ibanez. Let me know what you think down below, which one was your favorite from today's episode. But we've not finished yet. I thought I'd end this video with a little treat for you guys. I've created my own kind of guitar orchestra version of Sound of the Shire. So I've picked a few of my favorite Ibanez guitars from today's episode and put them all together to create this for you. So let's play that now, and I hope you enjoy. So guitarists, that's the end of this Ibanez collection video. I really hope you've enjoyed this one today. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below which guitar was your favorite. Also, whilst you're down there, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video and hit the hype points button. And finally, if you're new to Squealing Pig Guitars, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and we could definitely do your help, so make sure to hit that big red subscribe button if you haven't already. So before we finish this video, I'm going to reveal to you my top 3 guitars from today's episode, the 3 that really stood out to me as really good players, and yeah, just the ones I liked the most. So coming in at 3rd place was the first guitar I opened today. That was the Paul Gilbert free pickup Damasio guitar. The finish in person is very staggering on this guitar. It's kind of like a greeny, kind of metallic. I've always been obsessed with this Paul Gilbert guitar. I love the fake kind of F-holes on it, and I was a massive Paul Gilbert fan when I was a teenager. I used to love playing Scarified and Technical Difficulties, and I really developed my shredability from learning Paul Gilbert riffs, so it was awesome to play that guitar today. Number 2 would be the Steve Vai Universe 7-string. This is, to my knowledge, one of the first 7-strings I've actually reviewed in a video, or at least shown in a video. I know we didn't really review them today, we just kind of showed you them. But this guitar was insane. The neck was very thin on it. It has a wizard neck. Because it was very wide, it felt more, I don't know, it felt thicker for some reason, but it just had such a cool look to it. I love the kind of, you know, the all-seeing eye at the bottom of the guitar body, the kind of prism inlays, the black finish. It just had a really kind of gothic vibe to it. And I've always loved the sound of a 7-string. I find them quite hard to play, obviously, because I'm a 6-stringer at the end of the day. But I'd love to see them do like a baritone gem or something, because that low B just sounds incredible. That's a very rare guitar. I don't think we've ever had a Universe in. So yeah, that was my 2nd place spot. And yeah, coming in at that 1st place spot, it has to be the Yellow Gem, one of the rarest Ibanez signature models ever released. Of course, Steve Vai's signature. I think yellow works so well on this guitar. Kind of reminds me of like the old RGs. But the yellow tree of life, the kind of natural aging to this guitar, it all just kind of came together to create a really nice guitar. The neck almost looked roasted, it'd been played that much. And yeah, when I was playing the Hobbit style performance that I did in today's episode, that was all orchestrated around that guitar. That guitar has such a lovely kind of vocal sustain to it. And going through the rig with the Mesa Boogie and the overdrive pedal, it just had such a lovely kind of string-like sustain. That guitar is something special. If someone buys that, please play that guitar. It's not just a collector's item. It really is an incredible guitar. And the more I play Ibanez, the more that I play Steve Vai Gems or RGs or, you know, or any of their double cut shapes, the more I want one. I feel like a lot of people put Ibanez down into the category of shred machine and never play them. But you can actually get some very nice vintage tones from these guitars, whether that's blues, whether that's kind of Hendrix style cleans. They're extremely versatile instruments, and I'd recommend trying one out, especially if it's a vintage and rare one. But that is the end of the Squealing Pig Guitars video. I've had a blast checking out this Ibanez collection, so make sure to let me know down below if you'd like to see more Ibanez guitars on the channel. We've got plenty more to show you, we just want to know if you guys want to see them or not. But thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ben Keightley, this is Squealing Pig Guitars, and I'll see you shortly for another video. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.